All right, Steve, 7 minutes before the bottom of the hour. Parents, listen up, because your child's college tuition could be going to this guy. Brent Terry, a professor at Eastern Kentucky State University, dedicates time in his creative writing class to segue to this rant about Republicans.
Racist, misogynist, money-grubbing people have so much power over the rest of us and want things to go back, not to 1955, but to 1855. It's absolutely possible that the Republicans will take over the Senate as well as the House. And we will live in a very, very, very different kind of country if that happens. I mean, colleges will start closing up if these people have their way.
Colleges will close.
Well, I guess you're wondering then what Eastern Connecticut State University did. Well, the answer is nothing so far. Caleb Bonham, editor-in-chief of Campus Reform, is joining us now to discuss how that could all be possible. Good morning.
Good morning.
So the statement from the school upon hearing those remarks is this. They said, quote, our faculty has academic freedom to conduct their classes in whatever way they choose. This is not a university matter. Caleb, how in the world is that possible?
Well, exactly. The concern is that after these remarks went public, the professor came out and issued an apology, but he didn't issue the apology until after campusreform.org posted this, until after the leading Republican in the Connecticut State House went to the floor and denounced this rant, until after the Connecticut GOP came out issued a press release denouncing these claims, until after this thing made national news. Then the professor releases this apology, and then but the concern for me was it was after all of this that he's apologizing. When the issue first broke, the student, Jason Veely, went to the professor, approached him and said, via email that your remarks in class today were very insensitive to others that may have a differing political opinion, that they completely are, they're not based in fact at all. And the professor doubled down. He stuck with those remarks. And when I reached out to the university when the story broke, and I read these comments, I read the fact that he was calling people that are not liberal, that, calling conservatives racist, misogynistic, money-grubbing people. The university spokesman said that this is not a university matter. Well, I'll tell you this. I have taxpayers in the state of Connecticut. I have students. I have parents that are sending their kids to Eastern Connecticut State University that are outraged by this, because this is a university matter.
Right. And just real quick, here's a quick look. Show the full screen of the apology. This is which, if you can call it an apology, this is the professor's response. It says, during my creative writing class, I allowed my own political opinions to color the discussion. I regret the language I used. Apologize to any students in the room that were offended. Now, in terms of the student that actually was in the class and recorded the rant, here's what he said last night on Megan's show.
I did confront him after the class. This was before I took this to the media, and he did not apologize to me initially. What he did instead was, through these emails, he doubled down essentially. I have his class tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., so I don't know how he's going to respond. If he approaches me, I'll be polite, I'll be respectful, but I'll stand true to my morals, and I'll say, look, I did what I did. You were wrong for doing this.
You also believe that if the professor happened to be conservative and started ranting against Democrats, you'd be equally upset?
Absolutely. We look to expose that bias on campus. It is wrong when you use a captive audience to push a political agenda. And that's what we expose every day at the Leadership Institute's campusreform.org. We are working to make sure that these students are able to learn to become contributing members of society after graduation, in a way without having to go through this political indoctrination. They're a captive audience, and the rant that this professor went on was really outrageous.
Yeah, right. Caleb, we want to thank you for joining us, too, and credit to Jason Veely for actually being in class today, still showing up and doing his thing there.
That's courage.
Campus Reform, keeping it real. Thanks for bringing it to us, Caleb.
Yeah, because Megan kept him up late last night to get a quick turnaround.
That's right.
Yeah.